Hello everyone and welcome to, yes, another unboxing. What else could it be with me knelt down next to a box containing a vacuum cleaner? And this vacuum cleaner is probably one of the smallest Dysons, bar the handheld units. This is a Dyson DC49 Multifloor, and it's one of only two, as far as I know, in the UK Dyson cylinders or canisters that have the digital motor inside. So I got this from eBay. This is it's got some of the shrink wrap on it still. It is supposed to be unused, and according to the seller it was purchased, I think, for her son or daughter to take to university or college, and it didn't get used. Quite an expensive vacuum cleaner to take away to university or college. You'd expect them to have bought something cheap from a supermarket, but no. So this has got a carbon fibre turbine head, ball technology, radial root cyclone technology, and acoustic engineering, reduced noise levels and improved sound quality throughout the machine. Now I know in Japan Dyson have models you can't get in other parts of the world, and Japan, because it's a densely populated, that's what I'm thinking, because it's a very densely populated country, everyone lives in quite small apartments, mainly I think. They don't have a lot of space, so they need small appliances, and I know they do one similar to this in Japan, but it has a motorized head, but sadly we don't get that in the UK. So far it does look like I'm the first to open this since it went into the box. So this was no it wasn't, it was an auction, but they started it off quite high, so I paid a few pounds more than the starting price for this, so it was not a bargain, I can assure you. There are a few of these vacuums to buy, but not many brand new ones. Yeah, there's the story of Dyson, so they're still doing that booklet. This one will be a little bit more updated, so it's got an older James Dyson there. Those pictures could be the same of his earlier inventions. And yes, it's showing that G-force vacuum, his first attempt at a bagless, and this other bits. Then it's talking about his carbon fibre and his balls and air knives, it says there, and then there's a James Dyson Foundation, and there's some other bits and bobs. Right, and here's the very typical Dyson instructions. A lot of pictures, quite simple to understand. Right, I've had this quite a while, a few weeks anyway, I think. Been itching to get it open. Right, there we go. Ooh, excitement. Now, here's the hose. That's obviously the cleaner end. Shortish hose. Nice hand grip there. You've got your suction trigger, suction release. Pull that trigger up. Just opens up the vent just underneath to reduce the suction. And you've got your click fitting, and of course you can take the handle off and connect the tools directly to the hose end should you want to do so. There's that. You've got your small accessories inside this purple bag. So you've got a small stair tool, a combination nozzle. That's your crevice and your little dusting brush. One of the better combination tools in my experience, because it's got a nice soft brush at the end. It's not hard like some, and it's nice and flared and or splayed. to get into nooks and crannies. So that's your combi tool, and finally in the bag we've got this little clip that holds the two tools onto the wand, which should be in the box, and yes it is. Here it is. So it's an all plastic affair, telescopic of course. So there's that. And so yes, we only get the carbon fibre. Oh, it's quite narrow too. There's no other optional tool, which is a shame. Would have been nice, I don't think there is, would have been nice to provide a separate floor head. This is a dual purpose head. It is very narrow. I'll have to compare this. It seems about sort of width of the DC35 head. But this is designed for both carpets and hard floors because it has the carbon fibre brushes as well as the nylon brushes. But this is air powered, it's not motorised, it is powered by the suction of the cleaner, and it looks like there is a brush roll on off feature. Doesn't seem to stay in place. I wonder if that just works when it's on. You can take the brush out, use a coin, unscrew that, and the brush will slide out for cleaning. So yeah, you will be able to fit other attachments, but I think Dyson's thinking this is a machine for people with small apartments with not much storage space, so I think they thought, well, they won't want to store another cleaning tool. But I personally would want to have another head apart from this. So here's the cleaner. It is dinky. I mean, that is tiny. Let's just move the box. I'll have to compare the size of this cleaner with one of the little toy Dyson I made a video of a while ago, because it doesn't seem, it is minute. But I suppose Dyson have got, you know, they brought out the small compact uprights, didn't they, with the DC24 and then the DC50 and now the small ball. So this, oh, it's cute. I don't think it's going to have the sort of suction of the larger canisters, but I don't know if, how I can show you how small that is. That is tiny, tiny. Absolutely minute little vacuum cleaner. It's cute. It's cute as a button, that is. I was intrigued by this ever since I sort of started looking into Dysons and purchasing more Dysons. This was one cleaner, and the other one, I can't remember the model. There is the earlier compact one that's not got the ball. It's just got the two wheels. It's not this newer design. I probably will want one of those too, but I expect I'll have to have a second-hand one. I won't be able to get a new one. So it's a tiny, tiny bin. Probably not much bigger than a bin on a Dyson cordless, but empties in the same way as a bigger bin with the little button at the top. So the flap opens, a little bit of a different sort of seal arrangement. You can see it's multi-cyclonic, and just the same as most the Dysons I've looked at, you've got the silver button that you can press to release a canister here if you want to give it a more thorough clean, and of course to gain access to the shroud. It's important to always keep that clear of hair and other debris. And there's a filter at the top. It's quite a nice sort of metallic electric blue colour. There's your little filter. Does it say? I'm not sure how often you're supposed to clean that. Possibly monthly on this model. It'll tell me in the instruction book. There's a different sort of seal, black seal at the top there. So that's, oh, it's very, very dinky, that. So there we go. And here's the tiny, tiny little vacuum. Two big wheels forming part of the ball, but you've also got little wheels here as well, look. There's a wheel at the front underneath. Oh, well, more of a roller really than a wheel. That articulates. That's where you attach the hose. Oh, and there's a filter under here. Can't show you at the moment. Well, let's see. We might as well have a proper look at this. I'll just need something to undo that screw. I've got a coin to undo this little screw. So if you turn it to the unlocked position, this panel should move. Yep, and there we have a little filter inside, which should, I'm not sure, should come out. Yes, that comes out. Pretty sure that that will be washable. Most filters are washable, aren't they, on a Dyson? And you expect you can replace it if you need to. So it looks, it's nicely sealed anyway. It's good seal around it. How do you get that back in? Hang on. No, it is that way. It is that way. Oh, you locate it first. Oh, that's it. There's a little lip. See there, you have to locate it under first. Push it under, then push it down. So that's your exhaust filter on this little Dyson. And there's another, can you see that little blue foamy thing? That could be another part of the filter, or just some noise insulation. So that needs to go back in. We'll lock that closed. That's it. It is washable. Doesn't say how often you're supposed to do that. Let's have a quick look at the rating plate. It'd be interesting to see what the wattage is on this one. So anyway, this is a DC49. The serial is EZ8UK ENA4697A, and it is, that can't be right surely, 1050 watts, made in Malaysia. So let's just look at the rest of the cleaner. You've got another little filter here, just a little mesh fixed filter. It's unlikely that you'll get anything on there, but that will just wipe if anything gets caught on that. And you've got your two little switches. Look how small it is, I can't get over it. You've got your on off, and you've got your auto cord rewind. Yeah, there's nothing much more to show you on there. Let's pop the bin. This is the exhaust. Your exhaust vent here, it's got another diffuser on, which will help reduce the noise level as well. And it even has the parking bracket. But I can't see. The actual bracket is on the tube on this model, instead of on the actual nozzle. Despite the fact it's a very tiny cleaner, it's still got a full thickness cord. It's not a thin cord. Nice stylized Dyson plug there. Nice round plug. I mean, for a plug, that's quite attractive. I expect it's not got very long cable. But as I said, this is meant for small homes and apartments that won't have large areas to clean. It does feel like it's a good flexible, feels like a good quality cable. You shouldn't really pull it much beyond this. There should be a red sticker coming up. Yeah, so it's okay to pull it beyond the yellow, but when the red one shows, you shouldn't really pull it out anymore. Let's just let that go back into the cleaner. It's really dinky. It's really good. So the hose fits on here, just slides in until it clicks. Lovely. And so a nice bit of articulation at the bottom. It is very toy-like, but I mean, it will be built to the same standard as a full-sized Dyson, but because it's so small, it does remind me of a toy. But we'll see what the performance is like. I think it'll pick up rather better than the Dyson or the Kasdan Dyson toy. which hasn't got very much suction at all. I think this will be an improvement. But of course this isn't a toy, and it's not priced like the Dyson toys by Kasdan. I always like the Dyson click. I've always liked it. I can't help myself. It's a nice click. There we go. Right, I'll just fit the little tool caddy, the storage, put it a bit lower down. Right, that's nice secure fit. And onto that we can pop the combi tool on one side and the stair tool. Should clip on the other. Which way around does that go? Will it clip on that way? It's a little bit tight. There we go. So that's all the tools on board. Let's turn this tiny machine on. Now apparently this sounds quite unlike any other Dyson canister due to the digital motor. Right, let's give it a go. Wow, it actually turns itself off. I wasn't expecting that. Now that pulsing is normal because it happens on the handheld Dysons. If you block the suction off, it starts to pulse. But in this case, it's actually turned itself off. So hopefully that's what it's supposed to do. So I'm just going to turn the switch off. Actually, it's just reset itself. So it'll obviously cut out again if I try that again. But yes, it is pretty powerful. Yes, it's very like the handheld cleaners. Let's see how this spins. Let's see how this works as well. Alright, I'll just see what this switch does. I think it will turn the roller off. This little it doesn't actually stay in position. Wow, it's a dinky little thing. I think you may agree or may not, I don't know. Well, it is certainly, you can't say it's not a dinky little vacuum because it is. At some stage I will get all the Dysons that I have out together and it might be easier for you to just see. I'll compare this to a full-sized Dyson canister. I've got DC28C Musclehead, which similar sort of styling to this. It's a ball canister, but it's considerably larger and heavier than this one. Right, let's give it a go on the carpet. I'll try it on the plush carpeting that I'm making this video on, this carpet here. And might give it a quick demo on the kitchen floor. Now, is that going to rotate? Just double check. Yes, right then. Let's see. There we are. Doesn't really like this pile of carpet. It does slow down considerably on this. It doesn't really have the oomph. Let's move it over to a short pile carpet. No, the turbine head just doesn't have the power of even the cordless machines because obviously they have a separate motor. This does start to slow down a bit when used on carpet, So not very impressive. I think it might perform better with a straight suction nozzle. Okay, well, might as well put some dirt down on my kitchen floor just to see how this head performs. Well, it is scattering a bit, which is surprising. It is picking it up, but it does seem to be scattering quite a lot as well behind. Let's try it from this direction. Well, it's picked everything up, but I can't help thinking that a cordless Dyson would have done a better job on my kitchen floor. Well, that's about the end of my unboxing and first look at this Dyson DC49 vacuum cleaner. It's a cute little machine, and it's very clever the way they've packed all that technology into such a tiny space, but I think there are better options nowadays if you're looking for a Dyson, especially if you've got a small apartment. I think you'll be better off looking at a Dyson cordless. So if you have any questions or comments about this vacuum cleaner, please make them below, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.